From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. It is going to be a wet Thanksgiving day, and that's going to continue into at least the morning of Black Friday. Foggy to start this morning, foggy to start tomorrow morning as well for some stretches of our lower elevations and up in the mountains as well. And then there's a little chance for a wintry mix for lower elevations on Saturday. It doesn't look like accumulations are going to be that impressive. It doesn't look like it's going to be that impactful at all, but we are keeping a close eye on things. Okay, here is the first round that we'll deal with for this Thanksgiving day. You see a rain-snow mix up in the Cascades, and this will eventually just be a very cold rain for lower elevations. We're seeing patchy fog in the Blue Foothills and the lower Columbia Basin and also in the Kittitas Valley for this morning. So in those areas, just take it slow on the roadways, use the low beams. Out there this morning, we're all in the 30s and 40s, got to bundle up. And yeah, it's just going to be zero fun to be outside for today on this Thanksgiving Day. A good day to be grateful for having inside, right? So we'll talk about that, and we'll time out all the fog coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, new details coming in this morning after a house near Goose Ridge Orchards went up in flames. Coming up, what witnesses saw and what investigators believe sparked the fire. And fog, fast traffic, and a whole lot of distractions this morning, riding along with Washington State Patrol to see what's putting Thanksgiving travelers at risk. And if you're flying out for Thanksgiving, expect crowds. Tri-City Airport says this could be one of their busiest travel weeks of the year. What they want you to know before your holiday flight. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us for Good Morning Northwest on this Thanksgiving. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We start this morning with some new information coming into the newsroom out of Benton County, where a fire destroyed a home just last night. This fire sparked near Goose Ridge Winery Orchards, just off of East Jacobs Road and 182. Now, several fire crews were called to the scene around 6:45 last night. Witnesses say they saw a house on fire. The fire was believed to have been started by an RV that was next to the home. When crews arrived to the scene, someone in the house initially refused to leave the burning home, but eventually were convinced to exit.
When we arrived, we had one occupant that was going in and out of the house, refusing to evacuate. Once the fire got a little bit more involved, she did self-evacuate herself. It looked like they might have been trying to grab some stuff.
Now, crews stayed on scene overnight to monitor hot spots and make sure that fire was completely out. The exact cause of how that RV caught fire, though, still unknown this morning. 5:03 now to an in-depth look into one of the busiest travel days of the year, and state troopers say it's also one of the most dangerous. Apple Valley News Now's Nancy Hansen rode along with Washington State Patrol to see what they're watching for and the message they want every driver to hear.
The rush is on across Washington highways as drivers head out for Thanksgiving gatherings. And with so many cars on the road, Washington State Patrol says their job becomes even more critical to keep crashes from happening.
You got people that, again, on their phones and not paying attention, especially when the weather's like this and it's super foggy. You got to pay extra care.
Trooper Kelly says the biggest problem right now is speed.
Like we have right now, this guy's coming up behind us at 98, so I'm stopping him.
I'm Trooper Kelly, State Patrol, Spring Recorded. I'm stopping because of your speed.
WSP says speed-related crashes spike during holiday travel, often combined with distracted or impaired driving. On our ride-along, Trooper Kelly scanned traffic for drivers going too fast, following too closely, or on their phones. All early signs of distraction.
Most cars now have hands-free devices, so I tell them all the time, like, even my patrol car has it. I get a phone call, I can literally hit that button and talk, so I'm not on my phone or up to my ear.
And while the weather is clearer than many years, you can get days like this. Trooper Kelly says that can lead to another issue, overconfidence on the road.
Again, with it being foggy and getting closer to that time when we were talking about the freezing fog, I'm going to start stopping people for going a little bit faster because they need to just slow down. Like we talked about, the speed's too fast for the conditions.
WSP says drivers can make the biggest difference simply by paying attention, slowing down, and giving troopers room to work on the shoulder. Troopers say it all comes to preparing. Leave early, expect delays, and stay focused behind the wheels. If you do that, everybody makes it home safely for Thanksgiving dinner. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And Trooper Kelly says that Washington State Patrol won't be doing an emphasis patrol, but he will be out today and Black Friday, making sure that drivers are safe. Taking you to Franklin County now, where the Sheriff's Office is also stepping up their efforts this holiday season with the goal to keep homes protected while homeowners are away. Deputies say holiday travel can create an opportunity for break-ins, especially when people post travel plans or vacation photos online. So if you're going to be gone for an extended period of time, the Sheriff's Office can add your home to its house checklist, with deputies swinging by during the day and night to make sure everything looks the way that it should. They add that staying mindful and making your home appear lived in can go a long way during busy travel seasons.
Sometimes folks pay attention to your social media and they see that you're not home.
And deputies encourage travelers to leave lights on, notify neighbors, and have someone they trust stop by to check on the home while they're away. 5:06 now, moving to education news, where Pasco's very own Michelle Whitney was recently named Superintendent of the Year by the Washington Association of School Administrators. Well, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert caught up with Superintendent Whitney about receiving this major honor and what it means to her.
Superintendent Michelle Whitney was recently selected as the 2026 Washington State Superintendent of the Year. The recognition was announced during WASA's Fall Superintendent meeting in Seattle, honoring leaders who show exceptional service and strong commitment to public education. The award goes through a nomination and application process, and while this is Whitney's first time receiving it, she has served Pasco's students for 30 years, including the last 10 as superintendent.
As superintendent for the Pasco School District, Michelle Whitney leads a district of over 18,000 students and over 2,000 school employees. Now, as a recipient of the state award, Whitney is now eligible for the National Superintendent of the Year award, which will be decided at a conference in Nashville.
Whitney says that what made this recognition especially meaningful was being nominated by someone who's guided her from the beginning.
Was nominated by our board member, Amy Phillips. Amy was on the board that hired me 10 years ago, and this was her last year on the board. She chose not to run again after 12 years of service.
Whitney says public education didn't just shape her career, it shaped her life.
So it was public education that changed the trajectory of my life, and really view my role as superintendent is to give back to a community who invested in me as a way to say thank you.
She believes public education does far more than teach academics. It provides stability, support, and opportunity.
Public education is the great equalizer for students and those of us who come from complicated family systems that need help and support from outside of our nuclear family unit. Find that in educators, and educators breathe life into our dreams and our hopes and help us make those things happen.
Whitney says that's why setting ambitious goals is essential for student success at every level.
When we commit to things, for example, in our district, we have outrageous outcomes. There are 5 100% goals that when combined create a trajectory of success for students, where they read on grade level in their language of instruction in 3rd grade, they pass algebra by 9th grade, they're on track at the end of 9th grade, they graduate with a career path, and they have meaningful connections and hope for their future.
And for Whitney, one of the most rewarding parts of the job is inspiring the next generation.
We're both holding the Washington State Superintendent of the Year award, and I said to him one day, this will be you. And I hope I'll have the privilege to be there and watch that happen for him.
Superintendent Whitney says her goal is simple: to support students academically and personally so they can become the best versions of themselves. In Pasco, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Big congratulations to her, as Superintendent Whitney is now a candidate for the 2026 AASA National Superintendent of the Year Award, which will be announced in February. 5:09, and looking ahead to today, if you're flying out for Thanksgiving, do expect company. The Tri-City Airport is bracing for one of its busiest travel periods of the year. Airport Director Buck Taft saying passenger traffic has been climbing in the days leading up to the holiday, and they are expecting peak crowds. Airport says parking lots are filling up faster than normal, and security lines may be a little longer than expected, especially during early morning departures. Taft advises travelers to arrive at least 2 hours early and to check flight status before leaving home.
I would say on average, you see maybe 8 seats open on a plane. Now you're going to see 0. So it's not like all these passengers are now just coming to fly out. We're fairly full year round. This is just a little elevated.
The airport says that this week will set the tone for the rest of the holiday season, with strong passenger numbers expected through Christmas and New Year's. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, an attack in the heart of D.C. 2 National Guard members shot while on patrol near the White House. Now this morning, the suspect is in custody, and federal agents are now looking at possible ties to terrorism. Coming up, what we're learning this morning about the suspect in the moments leading up to gunfire. Plus, it is 10 minutes after 5 on this Thanksgiving morning, giving you a live look outside from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. Waking up to some wet roadways and a little fog throughout the area. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will break down your first alert forecast coming up after the break and let you know what you can expect as you hit the road.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Charge ahead, roads are calling. Hybrid powered, snow is falling. It's electrifying, but the season can bring driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on an electrifying new Honda. Ooh. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Apple Valley News Now's Christmas Wish wants to help local families this holiday season.
Do you know someone who needs a bill paid or something else they can't afford?
If so, let us know, and maybe we can help.
And we hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's go! Bitter rivals face off in a Black Friday triple header.
We have all waited for this.
The playoff is in sight Friday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have some areas of dense fog out there for this morning that could come back for tomorrow morning as well. So here's a current look at it, just a kind of a general idea. The Blue Foothills portions of the lower Columbia Basin and the Kittitas Valley seeing some rather thick fog for this morning. And we're thinking that most of it is going to lift by 10 a.m., although there are some areas where maybe it could hang on a little bit closer to lunchtime. And then for tonight, our best guess, looking at model consensus, and models really struggle to resolve fog around here, especially around this time of the year. But our best guess is that it's going to return to the valleys and to the foothills for this evening. And then for tomorrow morning, that's where it's going to hang around, and it should mostly lift by 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So that is always subject to change, as again, fog is dependent on all those little microscale processes that we have all across this viewing area. Okay, Today's high temperatures for this Thanksgiving Day going to be in the 30s and 40s, mostly just 40s for lower elevations. Then for tonight, looks like all of us going to drop down into the 30s. Our high temperatures in the Tri-Cities mostly going to stay in the 40s over the next 7 days. Maybe for Sunday, we could struggle to actually reach 40 degrees, but we'll cut it very close. And then for overnight lows, falling down into the 20s starting tomorrow night, and that's going to continue for the next 5 to 6 nights after that. So trending colder, also trending wetter once again for this Thanksgiving Day. I'll time out the rain chances with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
5:15, turning our attention now to our national headlines, where authorities are investigating after 2 National Guards members were shot just blocks from the White House this morning. They're still in critical condition, and now we're learning some new details about the suspect. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, 2 National Guard members are in critical condition after they were shot while on duty just blocks from the White House. Authorities say the suspect, identified as 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakhanwal, allegedly tracked the guardsmen before opening fire. ABC photographer Chris Plater was nearby and heard the gunshots.
One National Guard was lying on his side, and then I looked at the other National Guard member that was down, and I saw compressions going on.
There was countless personnel around him, and they put him in a truck, and a minute later they were gone.
The gunshots erupting Wednesday afternoon near the Farragut West Metro Station, where the National Guardsman was on patrol. Authorities say he was then shot by other Guards members and taken into custody critically injured.
The reason that this suspect is in custody is because of the bravery of the men and women of the National Guard who responded due to their extensive training to secure American lives today.
Some 2,000 members of the National Guard have been on deployment in Washington, D.C. under President Trump's crackdown on violent crime. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says he will follow the president's request to have the Army Secretary order an additional 500 troops into the nation's capital. Now, the FBI is investigating the shooting as a potential act of international terrorism, trying to determine if it was inspired by an international terror group. Sources say Lakhanwal is believed to be from Afghanistan and entered the U.S. in 2021 during the Biden administration. He was then granted asylum earlier this year under the Trump administration. President Trump overnight called for the re-examination of all immigrants from Afghanistan admitted under the Trump administration, saying, quote, "We must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country."
Now, the Trump administration has now suspended all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals pending further review of security and vetting protocols. This, of course, is a developing story. We'll be sure to continue to follow it as the situation continues to unfold, and we'll keep you updated on the condition of the guardsmen. Be sure to stay with Apple Valley News Now for the very latest. So much more ahead here this morning, though. We are going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving you that live look outside from our Dust Levels camera in Pasco. It's going to be a busy day if you're hitting the road, and Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will break down your forecast, let you know what you can expect as you may be headed over the mountain passes or just around town.
What matters to me the most is the experience that my clients have when they're building a new home. Fred's always does a great job providing that great experience. They've proven to be a partner to rely on because they do their jobs. There's other things to worry about in building a house than how my clients are being taken care of with their appliance selections. They don't shy away from the headaches and get problem solved for me. I'm Corey Condren, owner of Condren Homes, and I'm proud to have Fred's Appliance as my partner.
Family medicine provider Mariana Guerrero Sanchez is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. She provides wellness exams, preventative health care, well child checks, women's health, chronic care management, cancer screenings, and more. Se habla español. To schedule an appointment with Mariana, call the Grandview Clinic at 509-203-1080 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Hey, it's me. I'm still waiting for that once-in-a-lifetime deal. You know, the one that never actually happens?
Not this time. The final year-end countdown is on across every McCurley location with their biggest selection of the year and exciting year-end offers like financing as low as 3.99% on select new Hondas. When we compete, you win. It's the easy way home, your way home. Find your deal today at McCurley Honda.
Oh yeah,
we're happy to gift you and your organization $1,000.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
This month's volunteer count win goes to Terry Fleischman with the Tri-City Sunrise Rotary Club. She's being recognized for years of giving back.
It does your heart good, there's no doubt. In today's world, we need that so much more than anything else in terms of building relationships and being able to reach out and recognize when people need help.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family, happy Thanksgiving. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest on this Thanksgiving morning. What you're looking at right now is a low pressure system that's off in the Pacific. It's got a warm front attached to it, a cold front attached to it, and a occluded front attached to it. What does this mean? Well, this means that our weather is about to get a lot more active over the next, I would say, 36 hours or so. So through 10 a.m. for tomorrow morning, that's when rain is going to be likely. We'll show you that with Futurecast in just a second. But here's what those 7-day precip chances are going to look like in the Yakima Valley. Thanksgiving Day today, definitely going to be the wettest of the days. We'll slash those precip chances more than in half into Black Friday, much drier for Saturday, and then completely drying things out for Sunday and beyond. So let's put all this into motion with Futurecast radar. By 8 this morning, the first band of rainfall right on top of the lower Columbia Basin, getting into the Blue Foothills. And then for lunchtime, this is when we're going to get into that little midday lull, but into the evening, here comes that next round, and that's going to impact us into the wee hours of the morning for Black Friday. But by the time we get to 8 a.m. for Black Friday morning, still dealing with some of this for the basin and the foothills, but I'm thinking by lunchtime will be dry, and also we should see a decent amount of sunshine out there. A deeper dive into this Thanksgiving Day, we're going to have temperatures in the 30s and 40s in both Yakima and the Tri-Cities. It's going to be damp. It's going to be gray. It's going to be not a lot of fun to be outside, but if you do have to venture outdoors, it'll be an awesome day to have the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app on hand. That interactive radar feature is going to be quite useful. Okay, then our weather gets a little bit more interesting in a Saturday. We'll talk about that in a second, but first, just some of the rainfall totals that we're expecting through 4 in the morning on Sunday. Looks like the Cascades are going to capture the bulk of this, but the Blues also going to see a decent amount, and even decent amounts for lower elevations as well. Saturday, there is a very low-end chance that we could see some flakes flying for lower elevations, but look at those projected accumulations. If we did have anything, it would be in the valleys, and it would just be a little dusting. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today and tomorrow morning, then maybe another round of showers for Saturday. In Yakima, wet for Thanksgiving, mostly dry on Black Friday, then perhaps rain snow mix on Saturday. In Ellensburg, the same thing we're tracking in the Yakima Valley, maybe some flurries flying for Saturday. In Hermiston, also a non-zero chance that we could see a bit of snow mixing in for Saturday, but it's a pretty small chance overall. And finally, for Walla Walla, wet for today and to start tomorrow, then maybe some more showers possible this weekend.
All right, it's going to be a wet weekend.
Yes.
Just snuggle up and
keep it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or go shopping.
That as well. Help out our local businesses.
Yeah, exactly. All right, take a look at this. One pup especially thankful today. A job well done for a 4-legged Transportation Security Administration officer at Boston Logan International Airport. Just yesterday, a retirement party was held for TSA K9 Hunter.
The 10-year-old bomb-sniffing dog is calling it quits after 9 years of explosive detection service at Logan.
Hunter will continue to live a happy life with his lifelong handler. Congrats on his retirement.
Yeah, good for him, and thankful to all those pups that keep us safe at the airports and at other places where that's required. So yeah.
I know my kids always want to go up to them and pet them and love them, but you're not allowed to do that.
No touching. Yeah, unless they're off duty.
Right, exactly. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We've got a lineup of holiday classics you'll be thankful for this Thanksgiving, from musical traditions to family chaos and road trip comedy, all perfect for keeping the holiday spirit alive. We're going to give you the top picks coming up in your entertainment headlines coming up after the break.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
Experience the magic at Country Mercantile's Holly Jolly Fest this December at our Richland location. Every Saturday and Sunday, December 6th through 21st, starting at 12 p.m. Bring the whole family for Letters to Santa, live music, cookie decorating, and pictures with Santa. Free hot cocoa and train rides every weekend. Explore our gift shop for unique finds, from artisan chocolates to gourmet goodies, perfect for the season. Make your holidays holly and jolly at Country Mercantile's Fest.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
Welcome back, 527 in your entertainment news this morning. If you're missing a big ruckus Thanksgiving gathering this year,
or trying to escape one,
here's a host of holiday-themed movies available for streaming.
Yeah, this morning David Daniel has your Thanksgiving Film Festival in today's Hollywood Minute.
Had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat and ended up with an amazing pile of garbage. And we decided that it would be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the town dump.
Arlo Guthrie's song Alice's Restaurant is a traditional Thanksgiving listen. This year, check out the 1969 movie, also starring Guthrie, After Cleaning Up Your Own Implements of Destruction.
When you go home, do you look around and wonder, who are these people? Where did I even come from?
Director Jodie Foster brought a great cast home for the holidays, including Holly Hunter, Anne Bancroft, Charles Durning, and Robert Downey Jr.
We're going to have a very nice time.
You don't actually believe that?
It's possible, I think, yes.
You don't get along, do you? Not at all, never have.
Katie Holmes tries to impress her estranged parents, played by Oliver Platt and an Oscar-nominated Patricia Clarkson, by hosting Thanksgiving in Pieces of April.
I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
Even if your dinner's a disaster, it's probably not in the same league as the Thanksgiving Camp play in Addams Family Values.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
And sometimes the true meaning of Thanksgiving is the friends we make along the way, as Steve Martin and John Candy learned in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Finishing off the pumpkin pie in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Some classics in that lineup.
Yeah, it seems like there's just a treasure trove of media for Christmas songs and movies.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving, it's more slim pickings, but
A little bit, yeah.
yeah.
But we all have our traditions for sure. Yeah. I'm excited to watch the parade this morning.
The parade, and then the Charlie Brown, the Peanuts Thanksgiving special. That's always the double dip that my family
that's
would
a good one. And the dog show.
Of course, the Westminster.
Is it yeah, I think so. That's on after the parade usually.
And football.
I was going to say, and then football.
Of course, you can't forget.
No, the Cowboys and the Chiefs. It's going to be a matchup.
Jack's excited for that one.
Yes, Jack's is excited. He says, "Go Chiefs!" He even has Genevieve on the Chiefs train now. She's running around the house yesterday saying, "Go Patrick Mahomes!"
A bandwagon.
Yeah, for sure, a bandwagon
at an early age.
Yeah, but she doesn't call him Patrick. She was calling him Patrick Mahomes.
Still a good quarterback, whatever you call him.
Yeah. All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It was a tough financial year for Sunnyside, and now facing a multi-million-dollar budget gap. Cuts could hit kids, seniors, and community programs. Coming up, we take a deep dive into the programs that city leaders may scale back and why they say the struggle keeps repeating. Plus, a community ballot party caught county attention. Now organizers are getting a warning coming up. We're going to explore the issue at the center of the confusion in Yakima. We have these stories and more coming up in your 5:30 half hour, but first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple is set to overtake Samsung as the top seller of smartphones. iPhone shipments this year are expected to top Samsung's for the first time in 14 years. Analysts say the increase is largely due to users replacing phones they bought during the COVID boom. An upcoming Apple TV series called The Hunt has been pulled after allegations of plagiarism. The French thriller has been accused of stealing a story from a 1976 action film. The production company now saying it is reviewing those accusations and takes intellectual property issues seriously. Finally, here's what you get when you combine a pair of Nike Air Max 90s with a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a tiny computer and battery in the tongue, plus some cables allow it to play classic games, including Super Mario World. It was created to mark the console's 35th anniversary. That is so cool. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Lionel Moise. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over Polar Whisper and White Delight, well, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for?
250 years ago, a promise was made. How we deliver has changed, but our purpose hasn't. It's the peace of mind knowing your love arrives reliably and affordably. The United States Postal Service. Delivering since 1775.
Kellogg's cereal. Grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us and joining us here on this Thanksgiving for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. What are you grateful for this Thanksgiving Day?
Oh, the list goes on and on. I think that we're all so blessed and have so much to be thankful for. You know, every year there's different ebbs and flows and trials and tribulations, but I think that at the end of the day, there's always something we can dig down and be thankful and grateful for. So my family, of course, my husband, my kids,
of course,
my coworkers, my work family,
of course,
so much. And yourself?
I'm taking it very existential this year. Just grateful to be alive. Every single day that we wake up and we're above ground
it's a blessing.
Is a great day, and it's so hard to. If you truly live out gratitude all year long, it's hard to squeeze all that into one day. So,
it is.
But we are very grateful to be here, and we're very grateful that the snow isn't as impactful as it was earlier this week.
For those travelers.
Yes, definitely. Let's go ahead and talk about those big weather stories. So It's still going to be wet and yucky outside, so I'm sure there have been better Thanksgiving Day forecasts, but the rain will continue on through early on Black Friday morning. I'm thinking after 10 a.m. it should be much drier after that. The fog is a problem for this morning. It's going to be a problem for tomorrow morning as well. And another round for Saturday that's very interesting. It doesn't look like we'll get much in the form of precipitation at all, but there could be some snow mixing down for lower elevations. First Alert radar already showing you the rain and the snow trying to pick up this morning for our mountain passes. The snow level is just a little bit too high. And in terms of the fog, it is very thick in the Kittitas Valley. It's trying to get down into the Yakima Valley. It's in portions of the basin, and it's especially thick in the Blue Foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla County. So in those areas, take it slow on the roadways and use the low beams. All of us down into the 30s and 40s this morning. Did see some 20s up in the Cascade. Your umbrella cast for this Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be 2 peaks to rain chances. One during the late morning in the Tri-Cities, and then things are going to pick up again for this evening. So a gray, wet, and gloomy day out there for this Thanksgiving Day, and I'll touch on the fog a little bit more coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:35, we begin this half hour in Sunnyside as the city is facing a critical budget crisis, like many cities across the region, forcing some tough decisions with real consequences for the community. Sunnyside is facing a $1.7 to $2 million budget shortfall, requiring some tough cuts. Officials focusing on programs for vulnerable groups like youth and seniors. The community pool is a key concern with calls for more hours. They're also talking of closing or reducing the community and senior centers. A strict hiring freeze would also be in place, and City Council member Julia Hart says frequent finance director turnover has contributed to the ongoing budget challenges by disrupting consistent financial planning.
Each one has tried to reinvent the wheel. Instead of moving forward with what they had, they kept wanting to go back and reinvent the wheel instead of playing with the money, figuring out with the money that they have. And then work on the back end of it. They don't seem to want to do that, and that's why I don't think that they actually know. Personally, I don't think they actually know what money we actually do have.
Now, the City Council will continue budget talks on December 1st at the City Workshop meeting, with a final vote set for December 8th at their last City Council meeting of the year. And Yakima County officials say a ballot party in Sunnyside may have violated state code after receiving a complaint about the event's raffle. Hosted by advocacy group Adele Ante, the ballot party aimed to boost voter registration and participation, but video shows that the raffle tickets were offered in exchange for people bringing in their ballots, and county officials say it violates the revised Code of Washington.
What I decided to do with the support of the Yakima County Auditor's Office was to send a letter indicating that this was on the line and that they needed to take note of this for any future endeavors that they would engage in.
And now Apple Valley News now reached out to Ella El Dante for the story, but we have not received a response as of this newscast. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Black Friday is almost here, but not every deal is what it seems. In today's Consumer Alert, we're showing you how stores can trick you into spending more even when you think you're saving. The nerve. Plus, we're going to look at the deals that are actually worth it. It's all coming up after the break. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Dust Elvis camera right in Pasco. 5:38 on this Thanksgiving morning, waking up to some wet roads and a little fog throughout the area. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth is going to break down your Thanksgiving forecast coming up.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family, happy Thanksgiving.
The only thing better than amazing deals and steals are Torrey's amazing Black Friday deals and steals for you, and all with free shipping. It is on with Torrey and Black Friday deals and steals, all with free shipping on Good Morning America.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optic and Lyric models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota, like Camry.
Wait, what?
RAV4 Hybrid,
Cool.
Tundra, and more.
Whoa.
How'd you do that? Toyotathon magic.
Toyotathon is on, and right now, you can lease a new adventure-ready 2025 RAV4 for just $289 a month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew, Black Friday.
Initiating great time to buy sequence.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Ford SUVs are go.
Bronco family built wild, it's go time.
Built Ford tough trucks are a go.
And go.
What's that one do?
Oh, you'll see.
This is how you do Black Friday.
Now through December 1st, get a low-payment lease on Bronco, Bronco Sport, or Ranger, or get a $1,000 Amazon gift card with lease or purchase. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
Bitter rivals face off in a Black Friday triple header.
We have all waited for this.
The playoff is in sight Friday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the fog that we have out there for this morning. It is very thick for some portions of our lower elevations, and it could come back for tomorrow morning as well. So let's go ahead and time this out with Futurecast fog, and we are thinking by 10 o'clock is when most of this should lift out of here, but there are some portions of the Bluefoot Hills where it could hang on for a little bit longer, and then it's going to come back for tonight into tomorrow morning. And model consensus is really all over the place. Fog is very hard to resolve around here around this time of the year. So here's our best guess. Looks like it's going to come back to the Yakima Valley after 7 p.m. and then also for this evening for the Bluefoot Hills. And then for tomorrow morning, good rule of thumb is that the valleys, specifically the Yakima Valley and the Bluefoot Hills, could see this up until about 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. But just know that there are all these little micro-scale processes across all the microclimates of our viewing area which heavily impact fog. So if any one of those change, then we could adjust that forecast. Well, otherwise, today is going to be a chilly day. We'll have highs in the 40s for lower elevations. Overnight low is going to be down into the 30s across the map. And in terms of our high temperatures in Yakima, mostly staying in the 40s over the next 7 days. There's going to be a couple days where we could have a hard time making it out of the upper 30s, and those overnight lows dropping down into the 20s starting tomorrow night, and that's where they're going to stay.
5:43, time to talk some consumer news this morning. Are you a big Black Friday shopper?
I'm not, no. Are you?
No, not in the sense of I'm running out to stand in line somewhere for a deal.
Yeah, I'm not trampling someone for a TV.
Not throwing bows for the latest and greatest.
Not my motif.
Yeah, well, of course, a lot of people are expected to do holiday shopping when Black Friday kicks off with the week of sales.
Yeah, but beware of discount dangers. That's when the sales prices ultimately make us buy more than we intended. So ABC's Alex Stone has more on what customers should look out for.
Everywhere you look, deals, discounts, sales, it's hard to pass up a bargain.
Personally, this happens to me a lot at places like TJ Maxx or a thrift store.
But the advertised savings can end up tricking us to spend more.
This is not an accident.
Well, you may be saving money on items you've been eyeing for a while. Stores using marketing tactics drive us to buy things we never wanted in the first place.
There's a limited time deal, or there's limited amount of products, or a limited amount of people who can take advantage of a deal, for example, and brands will capitalize on this.
Those price cuts are not always a real markdown from the product's market value.
A month before Black Friday, they might jack up the prices more so that they can slash them and you feel like you're getting a great deal.
Online retailers offer free shipping, but only if you spend a certain amount of money.
If you weren't going to spend $5 on shipping, what's the point in spending another $30 to buy something else? You're not saving any money.
With high inflation, it's good to be mindful of these promotion strategies. If you're browsing the stores, remember to stick to your shopping list.
If you think about grocery shopping, you really should always come in with a list of things you want and don't come hungry. The same thing with Black Friday deals or any kind of shopping. Know what you want, or at least know what your budget is and how much you're willing to spend.
And before adding to your cart, take a moment and ask yourself, would I buy this without the discount?
Do I genuinely want this, or is this just a marketing ploy that's working on me?
This mindset can help you now and when you're shopping all year round. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Guilty as charged. I hate paying for shipping. I will add more to my cart to not pay for shipping. So that does not save you money.
And buying, I feel like, is very momentum based. You know, like an object in motion stays in motion. So if you, okay, that one looks good, then, well, if that one looked good, then that one looks good. And then the avalanche is in motion.
Well, some experts say leading up to Black Friday, shoppers can track prices using store websites.
Yeah, and some retail apps even offer their products price history as well to ensure you are snagging the right deal and the best deal.
Yeah, and some of those sales have already started. I've seen online and things like that. So I did a little shopping last night on the couch.
Proactive.
Proactive.
Getting ahead of it, yeah.
All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door on this Thanksgiving. And of course, the guy to my right, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, he is back with your first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Rain and fog is what we're talking this morning.
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
One thing everyone wants for their birthday is a cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. Favorite flavors for every party. Birthdays are for Bundt Cakes. Only at Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Not sure what to wrap this Christmas? Try wrapping a full day of fun. For just $30, give them the thrill of one day of unlimited carnival rides and an admission ticket to the 2026 Benton Franklin Fair, August 25th to 29th. Choose a youth package with a cuddly stuffed animal or an adult package tucked in a festive stocking. It's a deal too good to last. Find them now through Christmas Eve at Ranch and Home in Kennewick and Pasco. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. The 2026 Benton Franklin Fair. Give them a day they'll never forget.
At Consumer Reports,
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
One thing everyone wants for their birthday is a cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. Favorite flavors for every party. Birthdays are for Bundt Cakes. Only at Nothing Bundt Cakes.
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. This low pressure system out in the Pacific is going to be our big weather maker over the next handful of days. So let's go ahead and talk about things, try to parse it out the best we can, right? So first of all, rain going to be likely for today through 10 in the morning for Black Friday. Here's what Thanksgiving Day is going to look like in Yakima and the Tri-Cities. We'll have temperatures in the 30s and 40s. It's going to be damp. It is going to be gray. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be a good day to keep it inside. Now, let's time it all out with Futurecast radar. We put this in motion 8 this morning. Looks like rainfall right on top of the Tri-Cities. Then come time for lunchtime, we're going to get into that little midday lull. But as we head into the evening, that's when rain chance is going to start to pick up once again. And so it's looking pretty wet out there at midnight and pretty wet for the beginning of the day on Black Friday. This is 8 in the morning. You see this is still over the basin, over the foothills and the blues. But by 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're looking much drier out there. So here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from 4 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. on Friday. That's going to be the first little round, and it's not going to be a little round for the mountains. We'll have over an inch of water for both the Cascades and the Blues. Even look at lower elevations, 0.3 inches of rain for the Tri-Cities, 0.6 inches for Walla Walla. That is very beneficial stuff, and we'll take it, and we should be thankful for that this Thanksgiving Day. Okay, and you can track all the precip chances yourself. You can time it out hour by hour by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. We're going to have this next round into Saturday. This one's looking pretty interesting. It doesn't look like a lot of us are going to get much from this, but snow levels will be low enough to where we could maybe see a little bit of a wintry mix for lower elevations on Saturday. Now, again, let me reiterate, this is a low-end chance, and if we do see accumulations, they would probably be in the valleys and would probably be less than an inch, but it's something we're keeping a very close eye on. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today and tomorrow morning, and then maybe another round of showers for Saturday. In Yakima, wet for Thanksgiving, mostly dry on Black Friday, then perhaps a rain-snow mix on Saturday. In Ellensburg, the same thing we're tracking in the Yakima Valley. Maybe some flurries flying for Saturday, and then in Hermiston, also a non-zero chance. We could see a bit of snow mixing in for Saturday, but it is a pretty small chance overall. And finally, for Walla Walla, wet for today and to start tomorrow, then maybe some more showers possible this weekend.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:51, time for your morning sprint, starting with the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. Fire crews from across Benton County responded last night to a home burning near Goose Ridge Winery Orchards. Witnesses reported seeing an RV ignite next to the house with flames spreading quickly. Firefighters got there. One person was inside, initially refusing to leave, but eventually was guided out safely. Crews stayed on scene overnight, putting out hot spots and monitoring the fire. Investigators still trying to figure out what started that fire in the RV. And Sunnyside is dealing with a budget shortfall of up to $2 million, forcing city leaders to consider cuts that could affect youth programs, community pools, and even the senior center. Officials say residents are pushing back, especially on reducing pool hours or closing the community center, which serves multiple sports groups. The hiring freeze is already in place, and leaders say frequent turnover in the finance director position has made long-term planning difficult. Next budget workshop is December 1st, final vote on December 8th. And Pasco Superintendent Michelle Whitney has been named Washington's 2026 Superintendent of the Year. The honor recognizes her decades of work in public education, including 30 years serving Pasco students and the last 10 as superintendent. Whitney credits public education for shaping her own life. She now advances to the national competition. And the Franklin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up home check patrols as many people are traveling for Thanksgiving. Deputies say the holidays can create opportunities for break-ins. Homeowners leaving for several days can request to be added to the department's checklist, with deputies stopping by day and night to make sure everything looks normal. They also remind travelers to leave lights on, notify neighbors, and have someone check in while you're away. And the Tri-Cities Airport is preparing for one of its busiest weeks of the year as Thanksgiving travelers head out. Passenger numbers have been rising all week, and officials expect peak crowds through the holiday. Parking lots are filling up faster than usual, and security lines may be a little longer than they normally are, especially for early morning flights. So travelers are urged to arrive at least 2 hours early. Check your flight status before you leave home. And airport leaders say that this week will set the tone for a busy holiday season through New Year's. 5:54 in your national headlines this morning. Nearly 24 Democratic attorney generals are suing the USDA over changes to SNAP eligibility guidance for immigrants. Last month, USDA issuing new guidance that declared some immigrants ineligible for SNAP benefits. That guidance also applies to refugees and those granted asylum. The 21 attorneys general argue the memo goes beyond what the law prescribes. They also claim it could put significant financial strain on states that would have to shoulder the cost of fines. In your business headlines this morning at 5:54, if you're cooking your own Thanksgiving dinner on a portable stove this year, listen up. Walmart's recalling more than 200,000 camping stoves because they can explode or catch fire. The recall involves the Ozark Trail tabletop one-burner butane camping stove. Manufacturer has received 26 reports of the camping stoves exploding or catching fire. At least 16 injuries have been reported, including some who suffered second-degree burns. Stoves were sold at Walmart stores nationwide as well as online between March of 2023 and October of this year. Customers should stop using the stoves and return them to Walmart for a full refund. 5:55 in your health headlines. Another recall, this one in your medicine cabinet. Walgreens is recalling more than 41,000 bottles of nasal spray because they may be contaminated with bacteria. The recall is for Walgreens saline nasal spray. According to the FDA, it may be contaminated with a bacterium found in raw milk. Talking sports. The Kraken battling hard in Dallas, but coming up short. Seattle answered the Stars' early goal with Brandon Montour, equalizer in the first. After Dallas regained the lead in the second, Vince Dunn tying it again early in the third to keep the Kraken in it. But with under 6 minutes to go, the Stars slip in the game, snapping Seattle's 3-game point streak. Kraken look to bounce back Saturday night when they host the Edmonton Oilers. All right, trending this morning. Thanksgiving, of course, is officially in full swing, and we know this because the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is happening this morning.
Great tradition, and a lot of the work goes into the holiday staple. Crews spent yesterday inflating all 34 balloons with helium. It takes about an hour and a half to inflate each balloon. So when fully inflated, some of the balloons are as tall as 5 stories.
Today's parade will also feature 28 performers, 11 marching bands, and 28 floats. Balloon handlers will be busy. The forecast not only calls for temperatures in the low 40s, but some blustery winds as well. This year marks the 99th edition of the parade. I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah, 99.
I love the Rockettes.
Yes.
When they perform right there in front of Macy's.
Yes.
One of my favorite parts.
I always wanted to march in that parade. I got to march in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Chicago, which was a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
But, definitely, I would rank the Thanksgiving Day Parade just a little bit higher than that. But, yeah, an awesome tradition. I wonder, since this is 99, I wonder what they're going to do for 100.
We'll have to find out next year.
More balloons, bigger balloons.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in your 6 o'clock hour, flights, security, and staffing. Operations at the Tri-Cities Airport are finally back to normal. Coming up, we'll learn how staff bounced back as federal agencies reopened. Plus, Prosser City Hall is packing up, literally. At 6 o'clock, we're going to tell you where the entire operation is moving and why this transition has been years in the making. And a live look outside this morning from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Josh, we're talking rain, we're talking fog on this Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is wet, it is gray, it is chilly. It's not a lot of fun to be outside. And I'll show you if we have any relief in the forecast in the form of drier weather. So that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.